what are the disadvantages of peer programming? And let's just say, for the sake of argument, in case there's terminology differences, not two people programming, but three
There, well,
or four.
it's not so much that there are disadvantages, it's that you need to approach it and think about it differently. Um, Whenever I've had that kind of thing, and I have been in those environments before, where you're doing like team programming, you have to be a little less aggressive with communication because it just gets too cluttered too fast when you got four brains thinking instead of two, especially programmers who think real fast. So you have to have somebody in there to kind of proctor things to make sure that
now you've already thrown a wrench in things if you're talking about.
Right, because what happens is if you just leave, let's say we get four and I'm not saying programmers can't control themselves. What I'm saying is programmers think real fast and they think about lots of different things at the same time. And that's really, really beneficial if there's just two of you, because there's only one of you talking at a time, the other one's typing typically in pair programming. So you have very clearly defined roles for the two of you, depending on who's sitting at the keyboard. In team programming, that kind of goes out the window. And so people are, it becomes a little more chaotic, and it to the point where it's not useful if you don't have somebody there that is kind of controlling the conversation. Like a switchboard operator, for lack of a better analogy.
Then I feel like you've already lost, because now you're losing all this. You're losing a bunch of efficiency due to coordination and yeah.
Right. And there are times when having multiple programmers talking about an issue is appropriate, but those are called meetings.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying that situation is inherently bad. I'm just saying you can't approach that situation the same way you approach pair programming. You can't just take pair programming concepts and say, oh, let's make it 4 people instead of 2. It doesn't work well. I mean, at least I've never found it to work well. There's other stuff that needs to be involved.
If you like this clip and want to watch another one, you can click right here. Or if you want to watch the full video, you can click here.